The issue of missing persons, and I tell you, nearly 22,000 Nigerians have been reported as missing to the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC, during a decade of conflict in northeast Nigeria, the highest number of missing persons registered with the ICRC in any country. If you must know, nearly 60% were minors at the time they went missing, meaning thousands of parents don't know where their children are, if they are alive or even dead. But we're not looking at children today as it is. When you talk about missing persons, of course, you hear a lot of that happening in northeast Nigeria. Families in the northeast Nigeria are often separated while fleeing attacks. Others have had loved ones abducted or detained and do not know their whereabouts. The ICRC works with the Nigeria Red Cross and the Red Cross Red Crescent societies in the region to trace missing people by showing photographs, calling out names, and going door to door in camps and communities. Well, let's tell you that the Executive Secretary, National Human Rights Commission, Tony Ojukwu, has called for the establishment of a database for missing persons in Nigeria. He said enforced disappearance is a crime and should not be used as a tool to deal with situations of conflict. He added that there are also cases of enforced disappearance with countless numbers of citizens who are alleged to be in the custody of law enforcement agencies or even the military, which is like one of the things we're looking at today on the show. Ojukwu called on relevant government agencies, including individuals living in Nigeria, to show support and assistance to both the victims and families of a missing person who have suffered pains resulting from the unfortunate incident. I have one of such persons with me right here in the studio this evening. Mr. Phillips Akam joins us on the Daily Report tonight. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good to see you. You need to come close, move close, so that people can get to hear you.
Okay.
You're welcome to the show. We also have a lawyer with us right here in the studio, Mr. Ivan Sufedi. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, Nigerians.
Yes, we're going to have you take a legal angle, or talk about the legal angle to all of the things that will be discussed here today. Okay, Philip, I'd like for you to tell us your story. What is the story?
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity to be here. I got a message on the 19th of September 2019. You know that one of our brother, who is a police officer serving in Port Harcourt, that he resumed. He was serving in a police division, and then he was transferred to another division. And then on the day he was supposed to resume, he felt he was sick, so he resumed a bit late. So when he got to that station, the DPO of that station wanted to know why he was late, and then he explained that the reason he was late was because he was sick. So the DPO now insisted that that he should be put behind bars. So he was detained. So the next morning, according to what his family told us, the father. The next morning, the DPO realized that he was actually sick, and then took him to a pharmacy, got him some anti-malaria drugs, and then put him in a keke to go home. That was, as we speak, that was the last time anybody could have any interaction with him. This is just from the DPO. He was the one. After the family went to him and found out what happened, this was what he said. That the guy came late. So he asked why he came late. He told him, that he was sick. That was the reason why he resumed late for the first time. And then he insisted that he was detained. And then the next morning, he discovered that he was actually sick. And now he went to a pharmacy again. He got some stuff, some drugs, gave him, and they asked him to go home. That was the last time. So when this was the explanation of the DPO. So that was all. So the family now, the father now, who is a retired warrant officer in the army, so went to him to check, what happened. This was what he explained. So from there now, so they said the DPO said the DPO was very angry, and then he said, okay, he could go to anywhere. That he had tried his best, whatever it is, he had tried his best. That the father could go to anywhere. So the father now went to the police command headquarters in the River State, and then according to him went to the provost, to report the same thing. And then the provost got angry and even sent him away. Got his guys to send him away. That the DPO was even kind enough to have even gotten some drugs for him. That was all what happened. So since then, since 17th of September 2019, we don't know where he is. We don't know what has happened. We've tried. The family has gone, went, to several hospitals, to look for him. No. Since then, we've not seen anything.
All right. When you say the family has actually gone to see, to ask questions, who exactly actually went to the place where he was supposed to resume to ask questions about him?
Yeah, the father has gone, because the father, as I told you, the father is a retired army officer who resides somewhere in Cross River State. And then so when...
All right. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Am I speaking with CSP Dayyabo Ahmed?
Yes, no. Who am I speaking with?
All right. My name is Umuebulu. I'm calling you from Star FM in Lagos, Nigeria.
Star?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, I'd like to make inquiries. There's an issue right here on the front burner. It's about an official of yours, Corporal Menge Samuel, who actually resumed at your station, Elelenwo. His family, they're still looking out for him, and they've not seen him since September. Do you have an idea what happened to him?
Well, madam, you are speaking with a DPO, a police officer. You who must be security conscious. Before somebody asks a question, you must know him, and you should know how to answer. It's very, very important. Because for the first time, I don't know you, and I don't know whether you are recording me, and I don't know. It's better you send maybe somebody or a lawyer or whoever is interested in the matter to come to the station and register. We know who we are talking with.
All right, I just introduced myself to you. I said to you, this is who I am. I'm calling you from Lagos. The matter is on the front burner, and we're talking about it. We understand that the young man's father came over there at the police station to speak with you about it because they haven't seen their son. We would just like to know exactly what it is that you know about it, so they have an idea where to go from here.
You see, madam, police work is very much it's an organization, and the man was transferred from Umuebulu division. He reported here, and when he reported, he left here to his house. So we have been looking for him or to whether to come to work, or he has not come to work. The father came and approached me and asked me whether I know where about him. I said I may not know because he left here by himself. And I cannot, as a DPO or as a police officer, to continue to go to his house and looking for him. If he come to work, I see him, I post him. If he didn't come to work, we put him for absent from duty. That is just the position.
All right. The family did say that you said to them that he took ill, and you got him some drugs at the pharmacy, then put him in a tricycle, a keke, to go home. How true is that?
Madam, you see, what I am saying is that I think it is not out of place for me to assist him, even if he has malaria or whatever to keep him from. If helping somebody is an offense, I'm sorry. So that is where I'm talking about. Let's assume somebody is saying I have malaria or whatever, and he took the malaria paracetamol and left his house and become an offense.
Okay, so as it is now, what is the next step that the family should take? Because they're very disorganized as it is. They've not seen their son since September. What is your advice? What do you think that the family should do? Since it's like this, you don't have him, they can't find him, what should they do about it?
I don't know, madam, because I am not staying with him in his house. I only advise them to go to his house in Umuebulu where he was serving and ask of him, because if I love him more than, apart from the father, I will love him because I am it. So I think if I didn't see him and the father came and he said he didn't see him, I cannot, and he confirmed that actually the man left here and he was not taken to anywhere. Why should I take him? Where should I take him? Is it to my house? No. So, and everybody, if you want to verify, come and ask the police station, do a random investigation if you like, where he has gone, or whether he was released, or whether whatever. I think it's better, because nobody will ask me where somebody came to work and closed the work and go home. So it is now because they are using it against me for even giving him paracetamol or giving him for police whatever machine, I don't know. So please, that is what I can say now.
So what exactly is the job of the police when there are cases like this?
Madam, I'm sorry, I respected you very well. I don't even know you, and because I don't have any skeleton in my cupboard, that is why I responded to you. Please, sorry, good night.
All right then. Thank you very much. We just spoke to the DPO, the Divisional Police Officer, right there at Elelenwo Police Division, there in Rivers State, CSP Dayyabo Ahmed, and he actually confirmed that the young man resumed and he left to his house. Now let me come to you, Evans. What are you thinking?
Well, I am surprised at the policeman's response. First of all, from the psychology of the case, he appears very defensive.
And he just dropped the phone on me.
Yes, he appears very defensive. And when an alleged suspect or offender appears heavily defensive, it means sometimes in law, or most times in law, that the said suspect or the said person may know more than he's saying. I think that proper investigation need to be carried out on this. First of all, the young man who is missing now is an employee of the Nigerian police. Okay? He's serving under a division and a police station, has been transferred to a particular police station. It is the responsibility of this man who just spoke now to ensure that every officer under his care, under his charge, must be well taken care of. Now, if you look at the way he's talking like it is not his business. The man went home, and therefore he has not seen him again. If he comes to work, they'll mark him present. If he does not come to work, they'll mark him absent. That is very unfortunate. And I'm telling you, this evening, this man has shown us the level of care in the Nigerian police, the level of engagement, the level of service, and the rot in the Nigerian police. Because first of all, he should be arrested. He should be arrested because the last time the man was seen, the man was with him. So I'm not saying that he masterminded the disappearance of the young police officer. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that his approach, the way he's conducting himself, the way he's becoming too defensive about a simple question.
In one breath you said he went home. In another breath you said you bought him drugs and put him in a tricycle to go home.
Those are the contradictions. That is why I said that he should be arrested and then investigation should go on. He must tell, because you see the responsibility of a DPO transcends beyond coming to work and leaving. It goes beyond marking present and marking absent. You must also find out before now in our laws. Do you know that if a policewoman wants to marry under the police administrative arrangement, he has to introduce the man he wants to get married to the divisional police officer.
That's how it's always been.
Yes. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it's not just about coming to work and going home. There are a lot of things that follows that. You should, as a person, be worried. I think that the police officer himself, the DPO, ought to have been the one to report to the IG that I have not seen one of my officer, and then the IG will take the necessary action. But the way this man, the way he sounds, I don't see him as someone who has taken this matter. That is why he must be questioned. Is the IG aware of this? Is the Police Service Commission aware of this? Is there must be disciplinary action against him. He must come and show cause why disciplinary action should not be taken against him for such professional negligence. It shows that he cannot even conduct investigation. Because if a policeman disappears and we have a conscious, a formidable police force, we should be looking at a police force that will give us a full detailed account of what has happened and what led to his disappearance. But here, you find a negligent man talking like it is not his business. I mean, this is very, very, very unfortunate. And I think that this is a call on the IG. This is an indictment on the Nigerian police. This is an indictment on this country. And then the IG have a lot of questions to answer. And then this man who has been promoted to the position of a DPO of a station, we need to find out his background. We need to find out how he rose to that position with such kind of monumental negligence.
All right, Philip, let me come to you. You have just listened to the man, the DPO of that station, Elelenwo Police Station, right there in Rivers State, where your cousin, is your cousin I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
where he was posted, and the man agreed that, yes, I saw him.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you thinking? What's going through your head now as we speak?
As a matter of fact, I mean, since that day, I mean, that's why, I mean, the entire family is been totally devastated, because it's unfortunate that you don't know. Okay, what we were even saying that, okay, let us even know if he's dead somewhere. Let's know that he's dead somewhere. I mean, imagine the uncertainty.
How old is he?
It's 49. He's my mate.
Whoa.
Sorry, 39. Sorry, 39. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Was he married?
No, he was not married yet.
Or is he married? Because let's say assume that
he's not married. He's not married.
Wow.
He's not married. Yeah, a man of 39 is my age mate and also my cousin. I mean, somebody who grew up together. So I know him very well. So that's why we've been so worried. Or whatever it is, even if he's dead, or whatever it is, let's not even know. I mean, to the extent that they even went to the police, the PRO, the man drove this man away, the old father. He drove him away, that the other man was even kind enough to have even given him, bought some drugs for him. So that's the uncertainty the family is in now. The father, an elderly father, I mean, elderly man is totally devastated.
Does he have a mother?
Yes. You know, so it's a terrible situation for us. One as an Okwango community, and then the entire family. We are not happy about it.
And before we open the lines, let me come to you, Evan. What can they do legally as we speak?
Yes, what can be done legally, first of all, is to put up the account by way of petition to the Inspector General of Police, and then follow up on that letter and ensure that it gets to the IG. That is one. And then give them time, perhaps 14 days, within which to, and if nothing is done, you are here now, then you can go to the media, because we must find that young man. We must stop this attitude, because this is the same attitude that translates to their service on duty. They abandon them to buy their uniform, to buy their they just abandon them. And that is exactly why that police officer could chase the father away. That it appears that they don't have any concern. So the IG must speak to Nigerians and then speak to the presidency, copy the presidency on this, and let the entire country be aware of this issue, and then let's follow it up and get results.
All right, then let's get you involved in the discussion tonight. 0906000 7158 is the number to call, and 0906000 5748 is the number to send your WhatsApp message to. Remember, when you get through, keep it short and simple. Just go straight to the point. What do you think about what's going on? Are you an ex-police officer? Are you a police officer? You want to keep your name to yourself? You want to talk about this? Let's discuss. There's a family devastated now The DPO, who just talked with me, reluctantly dropped the phone on us as we spoke here, but he's actually said this is exactly what happened. But many see some discrepancies in that. Let's find out who's on this line. Hello, good evening. All right, when you get through, you know exactly what it is that you should do. Good evening.
Hello, Daisy. Good evening.
Good evening.
This is John the Great on the line from John.
Thanks for calling.
Good evening, officer, and my barrister in the house.
Good evening.
God bless you, sir. If you, please, by all standards, the police are to investigate issues of this nature. But seeing arrogancy from a supposed DPO, then it leaves much to be desired. So for that reason, I really want to appeal to the family, just as the barrister in the house has said, let them write the petition to the IG, copy the presidency, follow it up. Because if a police officer can be treated like this, how much more a civilian? So it's really appalling and it's terrible. So I plead with the family, let them follow every line that needs to be followed to ensure that they get justice and to know where this young man is. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Write a petition as it is and copy the IG so that they have an idea what it is that's going on. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I greet you guys in the studio. My name is Tayo. I'm calling from Aja.
Welcome, Tayo.
Yeah, it is quite unfortunate we get to this stage in this country. How did that DPO get to that level in the first place? Now, I won't be surprised the way we are being treated as civilians. If one of your subordinates that was posted to your office, to your station, was missing, and it was just taken with levity, it shows how they value our lives. That is just the sincere truth. Because I cannot imagine such a situation, somebody working on, regardless of whatever, regardless of his condition, his health condition or whatever, you are the one that even, took him to the chemist where he got the drugs. You are even the one that he put him inside Marwa and should be gone. All of a sudden, you change the narrative, and you just feel unconcerned as if, no, it's quite unfortunate. Honestly, well, thank God the barrister is there. I wouldn't know if you can assist the family in pushing the matter further. What I want, honestly, I don't know what to say, but quite unfortunate. That's just what I say. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Everyone wonders why it will be the way he spoke. You just wonder.
And a man who is not feeling fine, why didn't you attach 2 other policemen to follow him home?
And call his family.
Yes, and then guide him home. These are issues. You didn't do that. You were negligent. You are not sorry. And then you are even dropping the phone. I mean, you.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I'm Tayo from Abeokuta.
Welcome.
Good evening. I'm interested in this matter. Good evening, sir. Please, that police officer, the DPO you phoned just now, was irresponsible. I make bold to say that. For him to have probably been told that you were speaking from Star FM, show a kind of respect you have given to a position in an institution like that. But I wanted to ask, if you continue like this, I want to probably to post all information, every information that is at your disposal, to all available social media. We will be interested in this matter to see it to a logical conclusion. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Everyone's watching to see exactly how this goes and how it would actually end. Because you wonder, a man who he left his home, resumed for work, and the DPO said, yes, I saw him. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Ify, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Pastor Peter Oko from Menge, Maryland. Yeah. Are you there?
Let's go.
Okay. On this issue, it's quite pathetic, I feel quite sorry about the plight of the family. Because when they transfer somebody from another place, the police, they have a chain of command, Sure, he didn't go straight to the divisional police officer. He probably transferred from another zone to that zone. So the DPO is under a zonal command.
I don't know if the family has taken up with the zonal commander, because even the DPO actually not a senior police officer, come to think of it, when it comes to the command structure of the police. So I would advise that the zonal commander should be contacted to know how far, because the guy does not report straight to the DPO when he's done.
All right, then he's saying that they should go ahead or higher than the DPO to actually investigate the matter. Well, let me read some WhatsApp messages. Ifan Yokolise from Iba says, I'm just shocked and miffed at the response of the DPO on the phone. He just accentuated the attitude of an average Nigerian who cares less about the lives of Nigerians. It is unfortunate the level of nonchalance and I don't care attitude I could decipher in your conversation with the DPO. Good evening, Ife. What the policeman just said is to show you that this country is truly working. If it happens to police personnel, imagine what will happen to ordinary people. We're finished in this country. Anthony from Iba. Good evening. In my opinion, police has been not responsible right from time. So this particular issue is not a surprise to me. John sent this in from Shogule. And Taiwo from Aja says, good evening, Madam Ife. You see, apart from the police is just anyhow. They lack human feeling. He doesn't care what the family of the missing police is feeling. Please, let's take the matter up. Of course, that's exactly what we're doing right here on the show. I catch cold by what the question DPO said. Does he think that the missing man is a missing coin? Let the DPO be arrested and questioned further. Thanks, Paul Abiodun from Dokwemu. Paul, you're not the only one who's miffed and actually shocked at that conversation. In following up the matter, please try and put a call through to Mr. Frank Mba, the police PPRO. I guess he would have something to say. This is Chris from Magburu. And George from Ejigo says, the so-called police officer has a question to answer. Who knows the type of drugs he bought for him that led to the disappearance? Let law take its course. George from Ejigo. And Kunle Agbo says, when a chattel is missing, what comes to mind is to report to the police. How much more a human being and even a police officer, one would think that the DPO will mobilize a team to look for him. God will clear the air. You just wonder. It's not a goat or a chicken.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And there's a principle of law.
A human being.
Yes.
Nothing.
The last person he was found with before his disappearance.
The DPO.
That is from the standpoint where you begin investigation. But if that person becomes hostile, dismissive, and defensive, then we have to unbundle that first before we can make headway. And that is exactly what I call for. That the IG, the presidency, and all appropriate authorities or relevant authorities in this matter must, get involved, so that we can get to the root of this matter and then, clear the air on what exactly has transpired.
That's just the problem, because as we speak now, the police authority have not even gotten to the family to say, okay, this is what it is. As we speak with you, his house now in Port Harcourt is one of our brothers has just gone there to lock it. Nobody, no message, nothing, nothing. As I mean, nothing.
And this is an officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The father is totally devastated. It's just, it's a matter that, we are so concerned about it. Whatever it is, even if something happened to him, let's even know. Let's know where he is. Or let's even see his corpse or whatever it is. Nothing. Nobody has even come officially to say, okay, what has happened? That's my concern.
All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Is that Science?
Yes, please. Who's calling?
Fire to Madam Ife.
Yes, you are. Who's calling?
Yes, my name is Poland.
Your name is?
Madam Ife, in a sane society, by this time tomorrow, that man should have lost his job as a policeman. Because towards your interview was irresponsible. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much. The issue shows the value we place on human lives in Nigeria. The descent to the level of lower animals runs through various levels of governance in this country. Well, Austin, thank you for sending your message in. And good evening, Ife. I'm very impressed with Chuks' opener. Okay, this was a message that actually came in yesterday. The matter has been reported. Has the matter been reported to the Commissioner of Police of the state?
Yes.
So a copy of the petition should be made to the IG in charge, acting AIG, or the AIG in charge of the zone. Yes. The DPO has a case to answer. You've done all of that. You've done all of that.
Yes.
Well, there you go. The family member says, Philip says that they've done all of that. But the DPO is saying, look, they can go ahead and investigate, and that's all he knows. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Please, I'm Mr. Uyoli calling from Ebeda.
You're welcome.
In this issue, I think the police officer should be made to realize that to detain somebody who has complained to have been sick is not the best thing. Maybe it was because of that, the action he took, that wasn't the situation of the police officer. Now that it has happened, and I'm very sure that if not because of the fact he has taken that this issue, probably that man wouldn't have gone home at that time that he went, so he wouldn't have but that maybe it was the machine or whatever it is called, but maybe that was why he made this problem. So the police officer, he has contributed to this problem, so he has to be arrested and investigated. That's my own opinion.
All right then, thank you very much. He has to be arrested and investigated as it is. But we're wondering now, Ufeli, when you look at it, yes, what do you think is likely to happen?
Yes, what is likely to happen is that if the matter is pursued vigorously, because in Nigeria, issues like this need to be placed in the front burner and continuously to make sure that our voices are heard repeatedly on daily basis. Yes. What is likely to happen is that there's a disciplinary department of the police force. Yes. Okay, who also should be copied in that petition. Okay, they call them Savicom under the police force. Yes. They have to be copied too, because once they will be the first to take action as regards what has transpired, what has happened. So he will be summoned. They will look at the issue within the police force, and then we must keep the fire burning to ensure that this DPO is able to give a true account of what happened, because what he has said so far is not sufficient. There is more, because that young man was transferred to that place under his care. He received him. You understand? Yes. So whatever transpired thereafter, he cannot absolve himself from responsibility. He cannot run away from, because what a reasonable person should have done was to, since the guy was sick, he ought to have asked either one or two policemen to accompany him home, okay, to make sure that he gets home safe.
And call his family.
Yes, and call his family, and then the level of care, you understand, is lacking.
Hello.
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 Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening. Go ahead. Yes, I'm Bayo. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Yeah.
Well, it's really very unfortunate the way that DPO has spoken. If a police officer would get missing after having reported to a police station headed by a DPO, and the DPO could talk like that, the sense of responsibility, first and foremost as a police officer, is highly questionable. Highly questionable. These are people. This is a police officer who is supposed to be at the vanguard of investigating any missing Nigerian for that matter, much more a police officer. For me, this is not a matter between DPO and the family. It's a matter between Nigeria and the police force, even including the IG. I think we should make it like that. Good evening and God bless.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on the show. I listened to your conversation with that DPO, and I'm afraid living in this country with my God-given family, you can see that there is no security for anyone again. God help our country, Nigeria. Potter's Vibe from Alakuko. Emmanuel Iheme says the DPO get mind, do. He was told he was on air, and he said he isn't even living with the missing police official. He bought drugs for him, and that was it. Well, Emmanuel Iheme, you heard him live right here on the show, and we'll keep following on with this matter. I just placed a call now to Mr. Frank Mba, but that number is not going through. After careful analysis, I discovered that nowhere is safe in Nigeria. In the north, herdsmen; the west, constant accidents, SARS, fire outbreaks and riots; the east, missing people; the south, SARS and political violence. Chai, which way Nigeria? That's from Dolani Roberts. Our last call tonight on the show. Hello. Good evening.
This is Mr. Abbas, from Bero.
Okay.
The fact is, people sound so annoying. It's happening, pathetic, and annoying. For a DPO, it's even telling the family to carry out the investigation. That is business of the investigation. It should be the one to arrange the military apparatus and make sure that all the heads are on deck. We have to find out where this man is. And it's not telling us that the family should go and carry out the investigation. Remember, nobody knows the kind of therapy that was given to this man. Even the cycle that was arranged for the man, nobody knows about it. In fact, it can be a collusion. Nobody knows. It can be a conspiracy between the man and the cycle driver. Nobody knows. And now he's telling us that we should carry out the investigation. In fact, this issue is not between the family of the missing guy. It's the issue between Nigerians and the police force. And Nigeria to make sure that this man must be brought to book and the charges investigated, and if found guilty, to face the full of the law. Good evening. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. As we close tonight, Philip, you're speaking now. Nigerians are listening to you. What do you want? What's going to happen? What are you thinking? What do you want to do as we speak?
Yeah, what we just want as a family is that, first of all, I mean, we are calling on the IG and the police authority to wade into this matter and then let us know the situation, I mean, the true situation of things. As we speak, as I told you earlier, the family is seriously devastated. We don't know what to do because, we come from a very low background, and then sometimes, the way it is, we don't know where to go. So that's why we are calling on all Nigerians, to show interest in a case like this and then see how we can resolve it. Because as we speak, we can't say where our brother is. Whether he's dead, whether he's alive, we don't know where to go. We don't know what step. We've done our own little best to say, okay, we've done the petition, so we don't know what else to do. Mm-hmm. So we are calling on all well-meaning Nigerians, to wade in, in a situation like this and see what they can do.
All right. Well. Evans, of course, we're going to upload this. There's going to be a podcast. This is recorded. We'll put it online right there on the Daily Report so that people can, the Daily Report website and other social media handles, so that people can get to listen to it over and over again. Maybe to now call attention to that DPO right there in River State. What would you be saying to the DPO and, of course, to the IG of police?
Well, what I was saying to the DPO is that he should understand the workings of the force. That if an officer is, posted to your station, it is your responsibility to receive him, and then it is your responsibility to know how he fares and what he does and how he does what he does. Okay? Because if that man had gone contrary to the rules of the police force, they will punish him. First of all, he resumed late because he was sick. He was punished.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And now you took him, bought drugs for him, you arranged a keke, or you saw a keke. What was it like? How did you come about the keke? How did you, there are a lot of issues to answer. There's so many questions. You understand? So I will tell him that he has done a wrong thing, and then he must be cautioned, he must be disciplined, and possibly dismissed for that action alone, because this should stand as a deterrent to other police officers all over. And then the IG I will call on the IG to retrain these policemen, the DPO, the policemen on the road, the policemen on the police station, and all that. The way their approach to humanity, their approach to their emotional intelligence is completely lacking in the police force. I don't understand the training they get. I don't know the level of details. I don't know how they train them on human relations and all that. But it appears to me that there is a huge deficit of intelligence, a huge deficit of emotional intelligence, of operation, and then the way they go about their issues. I think that we must do something about it.
All right, then, that will be our punchline tonight. We're just hoping that something truly happens. The name of that officer is Menge Samuel. He's a corporal, and his number is 506418. He was actually with the Umuebulu Police Division. That's where he was, and he was transferred or posted to Elelenwo Police Division, all in Rivers State. We spoke to the DPO of that police station, CSP Dayyabo Ahmed. He spoke to us and he told us exactly what he knew about this young man who resumed, and he agreed that he saw him. We're following this story. Please go to our website, because we're going to upload it there for those who didn't join it on time, so that you can get to listen to it. And share. Please try to share this story wherever you see it. We'll put up his picture so that something can truly be done, and the IG will get to see this. My name is